All right, let's not waste any time and jump right into everything you need to know about crypto airdrops today, including a few things that you can do right now to make sure you qualify for some drops in 2024. Let's start though with the Wormhole airdrop. So yesterday, Wormhole launched their eligibility criteria checker. So you can go and see if you are going to be eligible for the Wormhole or the W token. Now, there was a couple of issues yesterday with Ethereum or EVM wallets. When I first connected my Solana wallets, they seemed to be eligible, but none of my ETH wallets, even though they had more volume and more value sent through the Wormhole bridge, they weren't eligible. However, that issue has now been fixed. And so if you go back to the Wormhole eligibility checker and then connect your wallet, you should be able to see if you're going to be getting any tokens. So let me go ahead and connect my MetaMask here. And this is what my public wallet, kryptocove.eth, is going to be getting: 1,622.95 W tokens. And let me say that with this wallet, I literally only used it to do the tutorial videos that I showed on this channel. There was at least 2 videos where I walked you through how you could interact with the Wormhole bridge, and that is all that I did. These are all the transactions that I did. And so if you followed those videos exactly step by step, you should theoretically be getting at least this amount. And this was pretty bare bones minimum, and I only made those videos within the last couple of months. With some of my other wallets that were more active than this demo wallet that I use here for the channel, I was lucky enough to get allocations as well, and with Solana too. So do go and check your eligibility. And if you followed my tutorial videos on this channel and you got some W tokens, congratulations. Now, one other thing I'll say is that this website was shared with me where you can actually copy your wallet address and paste it in and check your eligibility manually. So it's not actually an official Wormhole checker, but you don't need to connect your wallet or anything. You just copy paste and then hit check, and it actually shows the allocation. So if you're concerned that maybe there's an issue with the Wormhole checker because you did a bunch of transactions and ran a bunch of volume through Wormhole, you could also check this application right here as well, zenith.farm/W checker. I'll throw a link down below. Again, you don't need to connect a wallet or anything, just copy paste and it shows your allocation here. Next up, let's talk about the Jupiter token. So Jupiter did round 1 of their airdrop, round 1 of several, and they currently have a DAO vote on right now. If you lock up your Jupe tokens, you get to vote in the DAO proposals and you get to participate in the voting rewards, which is 100 million Jupe tokens and 75% of Launchpad fees from future Launchpad launches. Now, I will say that if you do lock up your tokens on this platform, unstaking takes 30 days, 1 month unstake period. And currently, 154 million Jupe tokens have been locked, but you're participating in rewards. 100 million Jupe tokens are being paid out. And so that means that that's a very solid APY at this point in terms of the Jupe token rewards, not even counting the Launchpad fees that you'll be earning. And as a result of all of this, the actual price of the Jupiter token has been mooning. So since literally the last 24 hours, it's gone up from 58 cents to 76 cents, 30% over the last day. And that is probably going to continue as more and more Jupe tokens get locked on this platform. Anyways, there is a vote live right now. First round of LFG voting. The first vote here was a demo or a test, I guess. I don't think it really mattered that much. But if you have locked up your Jupe tokens, you can now go and cast a vote. I don't think it really matters what you vote for. As long as you cast a vote, you will be participating in the governance and participating in getting the rewards. So let's go ahead and cast a vote here. All you have to do is sign a message in your wallet, and the cost to do so is a couple of cents. So let's confirm that transaction. So yeah, the vote is now in, and I would say if you are sitting on a bunch of tokens from the Jupiter airdrop, there's going to be more rounds of that airdrop, and by participating in the DAO, it's probably going to be some sort of qualifier or multiplier for future rounds. But then also you do earn a very solid yield in terms of these token rewards. So if you're just sitting on the tokens, this is a pretty productive use for them as long as you don't need them within the next 30 days. If you're planning on selling them soon, obviously don't lock them up. Anyways, moving to another project within the Solana ecosystem. Today, Camino Finance announced that they're going to be doing the snapshot for their Season 1 points campaign and the token drop at the end of March. So March 31st is the snapshot for Season 1 points, and that's going to culminate in the actual first distribution of the Camino token, but it's a multi-step distribution. So what does this mean for you? Well, for starters, it means that we now know exactly when the points are actually going to be converted into the token. On the other hand, another piece of information we learned is that this is going to be a linear distribution. So if you have 1% of the total points, you get 1% of the total tokens. And what this means is that whales, or people that have a large amount of capital, are going to get the lion's share of this airdrop. Since it's not a tier-based system, if you have a very small amount of points, you're still going to get something, but it's not going to be really anything compared to the people that have billions of points on the platform. Now, for me personally, I am still moving up the ranks with my Camino Finance strategy, which I posted a video on last week. And my plan is to just keep that trade active and keep earning points. And I do want to make sure that I don't get too diluted. Whether or not massive amounts of new capital are going to be deposited onto the platform kind of remains to be seen. It's theoretically possible that some whales could come in and make large moves. However, some of the deposit or withdraw borrow caps on the platform have already been maxed out or very close to maxed out. And so I'm not sure really whether or not it's going to be as much of an impact as some people think that it will be. Anyways, another thing that it's important to mention is that, of course, this is only season 1 of multiple. And with season 2, they are going to have a loyalty bonus and a sustained usage bonus. And so while I do agree with some of the takes suggesting that if you had deposited onto Camino Finance for the last several months, you should be getting a bonus above people that are just making a deposit right now, let's say. They are going to be factoring in loyalty and sustained usage in future seasons. And the fact that there's multiple seasons ahead of this means that they're, of course, really trying to stretch this out, make you keep your assets on the platform for as long as possible, and keep their TVL metrics high. Now, for me personally, I don't know if I'm going to keep my full trade on live for the long term because the carrying cost of it is quite high. I'm going to sort of reassess at the end of March. I'll hold on to it for about a month, see how it goes, see what the actual Camino token is worth and how the airdrop goes, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to actually unwind my positions and move my assets elsewhere or keep them on the platform and benefit from that loyalty and sustained usage bonus. Next up, I did want to talk about Nostra Finance again. So they have really high incentives right now for depositing into their liquidity pools as a part of the StarkNet DeFi Spring. And you earn Stark token rewards as well as points for the Nostra Finance airdrop. It's a 2-for-1. So I did want to show you that in this wallet right here, I deposited some of my airdropped Stark tokens, about 200 Stark tokens and just over 0.12 ETH. And that is earning an annualized APR of 4% of the swap fees and 30% paid out in Stark tokens. So if you notice that there's a button right here where you can actually claim your Stark rewards for the first period, and I earned 7.52 Stark tokens for that deposit I just showed you. The price of the Stark token as of the time of this recording is $2.39, which multiplied by 7.52 tokens is about $18 that I'm getting. And if I divide that by the actual balance or the value of it, that's basically 1.8% that I've been paid out in the last week, 10 days or so that I've actually had the deposit on the platform. So on an annualized basis, this is a very solid APR. And of course, I'm earning points for the Nostra Finance airdrop. My rank with this wallet is around 15,000. And so if you're holding on to Stark tokens from the StarkNet airdrop, I did sell more than half of them, basically right off the get-go. And I'm trying to deploy the rest of them into a couple of these DeFi platforms. Well, this is one of the best uses for it, in my opinion, and Nostra Finance will drop their token at some point as well. All right, next up, for those of you that are interested in testnets, the Mind Network has launched a new quest on Galaxy, which you can go and complete pretty easily and then collect some points and an NFT. Next up, if you completed the Babylon Bitcoin testnet, staking Bitcoin, then you can actually go and claim your NFT right now. So I'll throw a link to this down below and make sure you go claim this NFT if you participated in the Babylon testnet. Another update within the Solana ecosystem is that the Backpack Exchange announced that there's going to be a snapshot on March 18th. So this is the pre-season of the Backpack Exchange. If you want to trade on the exchange, you can do so. It does require KYC, so totally up to you if you want to do that. But they are going to have a token at some point. People will probably be incentivized for trading early and for getting in before this first snapshot. Another token that is launching tomorrow is Scallop. So they posted on Twitter with a little airdrop emoji and their ticker symbol with the date March 8th. tomorrow. Now, Scallop is a DeFi platform on the Sui network, but they have also hinted previously that they might drop to Pyth stakers. So let's not hold our breaths on that, because so far there's been really not any major announcements for Pyth stakers unless you are a Pyth whale. But also, if you ever used this platform on the Sui network, you could be qualifying for some tokens tomorrow. They've got a blog post with utility and tokenomics for the token. So I'll link this stuff down below if you want to check it out. If we look at the actual token distribution, it looks like 7.5% of the total supply is going to a combined group of ecosystem, community marketing, and airdrop. So the airdrop portion of that probably going to be a lot less than that full 7.5%, but free money is free money. And then one final thing I wanted to talk about is that there's another testnet. I got a thread here from this guy, gautamgg.eth. And he's got a great thread here explaining how you can complete a few simple steps and potentially qualify for the incentivized parallel testnet airdrop. So I'll link this stuff down below, and if you want to check it out, go ahead. You'll be able to collect points and diamonds that will be at some point redeemable for airdrop tokens from the parallel network. This morning, I literally just dropped a video talking about some of the best free or testnet airdrops that you can farm. Maybe I need to add this one to my list, and let me know down below if you want an actual video tutorial on this and you would prefer that than going through some Twitter threads like this. But it is a legit network. It's backed by some of the biggest players in crypto VC. They've got solid funding, and as you can see, they've got a decent following on Twitter. So this is the kind of testnet that I'm interested in. Hopefully you found this useful. There's a bunch of stuff in there that you can get working on if you want to make sure you qualify for these airdrops in 2024. Have a great day.